Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to hop on here really quick and talk about the hot topic that is Chanel. If you guys have been following the media and everything going on online, you'll know that Chanel has imposed yet another price increase. I believe their latest price increase is anywhere between 14 to 16%. I will use the Chanel medium double classic flap. I have the Chanel medium classic flap in the caviar leather with the silver hardware. And last year when I picked up that item, it was retailing for $8,800 in the boutique. That same item today, after the latest price increase, now retails for $10,200. So I will link additional pricing increases on the classic, high-end, popular items down below for you. But in case you're thinking about adding one of these two beauties to your collection, I wanted to just hop on here, compare the pros and cons of each, and give you an opportunity to do a well-researched, thought-out decision. I will start off by comparing boutique versus pre-loved. Highly recommend pre-loved, especially as it relates to Chanel. I always recommend doing your research and making sure you know what the current boutique prices are. Oftentimes I've found some Chanel classic pieces, particularly items and colors that are hard to find and popular, are significantly increased on the pre-loved market. Therefore, it is important that you do your research, know exactly what the current prices and rates are in the boutique so that when you do shop pre-loved, you'll know whether or not you're getting a great price. That said, if you shop on pre-loved websites such as Rebag, they authenticate their items, they back and guarantee that their items are authentic, and in many cases they have a very generous return policy. In some cases they even have promotions and promo codes that you can include. I believe Rebag just had a promo going on this past weekend. If you use the code ICONS, which I will link down below for you, you were able to get 10% off your purchase. I don't think that deal is currently in place and going on. I think it expired already, but if you keep your eye out, Fashionphile and Rebag do have deals like that going on consistently, so you can keep your eye out for another deal and make sure that you have your items listed as a favorite or in your cart so you're ready to go. So let's go ahead and get into these items. The Chanel Classic Square Flap I purchased from the boutique. This item was purchased about 3 years ago from the Neiman Marcus boutique. I've talked about this in my full review video where I discuss the classic flap square that I have here. This is in the caviar leather with champagne gold hardware. I love this little piece because I think it's such a cutie. It's such a beautiful play on the original classic. I felt comfortable adding the lambskin leather because it was such a smaller size and I didn't have to worry about it getting damaged or scratched. As you know, the lambskin is a little more delicate than your typical caviar leather. For that reason, I went with the caviar leather on the medium size handbag and I went with the lambskin on this cutie right here. Now, this does come in the rectangular item as well, the rectangular size. I chose the square, I preferred it. I wanted it to be somewhat similar to the original classic flap, but also different. And I felt like the rectangular, while it's beautiful and I love it, I just felt like it was too similar and too close to the original classic flap. And I wanted something just slightly different. I thought that this added sort of like a different pop to the original classic flap, like a different play on it. So again, I mentioned this is the lambskin leather in the champagne gold hardware. You'll see that the hardware is not very yellow. It almost gives off a slight tinge of yellow, but also looks like it could be silver. It kind of has like an antique hardware sort of look, but still polished and shiny, just in the color. You've got that beautiful puffy quilting there on the lambskin. This does pack a punch. It holds quite a bit. There's a lot that can fit in here, and I've brought this on several vacations and trips that I've had. What I love about this bag is its versatility. Because of the color and because of the lambskin, you can wear this during the day due to the size and have it more casual. You can wear it crossbody and wear it as sort of your daytime travel bag because it does fit quite a lot. All of my essentials fit in here, including my key clay, my driver's license, my car keys, my home keys, lipstick, all of those essentials that you could need absolutely fit in here. You have this nice, beautiful back zipper pocket here. So if you wanted to add an extra layer of security and keep something zippered up back there, you can. You also have this nice, generous slip pocket here. It's very easy to get into. It's not super tight or hard to get into. And then you have that beautiful Mona Lisa Smiles pocket on the back. I love the lambskin because it's so soft, it's easy to get in and out of, and after having this bag for now 3 years, I've actually thought about adding another lambskin piece to my collection, but with the recent price increases, I will absolutely be going pre-loved. When I did purchase this item from the department store, I believed it was about $3,400 if I remember correctly. I will try to link down below what this cutie retails for today after the recent price increase. You do have the single grommets up here. In some of the classic flaps, particularly the larger sizes, you'll have the double grommets here. So you'll have 4 grommets in total. I like that it has the 2 larger grommets here because it makes getting in and out of the grommets very easy. When I store this bag, as an example, I tend to pull the grommets in this way, and then I tuck them into the bag. I would love to hear your comments down below. If you are a Chanel fan or a Chanel enthusiast and you have an easier way or better way of storing this item, please let me know. I'm always looking for some feedback and comments on how I can take better care of my Chanel pieces. So if you have any thoughts or recommendations, please comment down below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. So that is the classic flap. If you have any questions about this item, let me know. I will try to include some mod shots at the end of this video, so stay tuned. Next up, we have the Chanel wallet on chain in the Claire Beige. This is in the caviar leather with the silver hardware. So you'll see I went completely different than my other miniature Chanel. I wanted to have a little more variety in my collection, and I didn't want too much of the same thing. As you know, and I've mentioned in several of my other videos, I own a lot of black bags. So I wanted some versatility and to add a little pop of lighter color that I could wear in my collection. Sadly, I have not reached for this piece as often. I've only worn her maybe once or twice, and I've owned her for maybe 8 months now. Now, you can see here, if you look closely, this still has the sticker on it. I've not removed the sticker simply because you don't really notice it. You can't really see it that it's there when you look up close like this. Again, I did buy this pre-loved from Fashion File. It came in perfect condition. I think it was just about excellent condition, if not new. This is a newer model also, so it does not come with the authenticity card. It comes with that metal piece inside, so you know that it's authentic, and I will show you that. The nice thing is also, because it's a newer model, it has the magnetic closure, which is really nice and very easy to get in and out of. You'll see here that I have a base shaper from Mboutique. I absolutely love their base shapers, particularly for the wallet on chains. It adds a nice little bit of structure on the bag. So you'll see that there. Without the base shaper, it does give sort of an accordion shape, but I like that it's a little more square and a little more structured that way with the base shaper. Now, it does have that beautiful Mona Lisa Smiles pocket in the back. Because it's caviar leather, it's a little bit harder to get into, not as soft, but still pretty soft. I love the pebbled leather. I think it's absolutely stunning. It's really beautiful. I mean, just look how it shines in the light. All right. Now, with the wallet on chain, which I love, you have this beautiful front pocket here. You have a nice middle zipper, very generous. And there's that authentic plaque that I mentioned. You can see that there. Let me try to hold it up closer. And I will try to link the videos where I reviewed these 2 items below in case you want to watch them. And you've got 6 card slots here, which is very generous. The strap does move through the middle compartment here, so you can slide the strap, around if you need to. You have this nice, beautiful zipper compartment here as well. And what I like about the walks is that you could fit something that goes all the way straight down towards the back of the bag. So you could essentially go all the way down here, so you can tuck it away and sort of hide it in the back of the bag. So it would be right here in the back compartment. So if you have a passport or some important travel documents that you don't want to be easily accessed, you can sort of hide it back there. And if you want to shorten the strap, you can do so by doubling it up here. And the reason I say that, I'm going to get into the cons of this bag, is that I find that the drop length on this strap compared to the square, this one is significantly larger. So what I don't like about it is when I do wear this bag crossbody, it sits really low on me. For reference, I am 5'3" in height, so I am fairly petite, and this hits me just below my hip. And I prefer that it sit right on my hip or slightly higher. So for that reason, I do prefer to double it up by doing so as I showcased here, just by doubling it up there. The only thing I worry about is having to do that over time. If you continuously do that and you're wearing the bag, the hardware of the strap here against the leather on the side of the bag could wear over time. So you do have to be very cautious about that. And for that reason, I definitely don't store my bags like that. If I do tend to wear it that way, I will make sure that I store it the way that it is properly meant to be worn and stored. So I just take the straps, I tuck them in very carefully, and I make sure that there's nothing rubbing up against here on the sides. You also want to make sure when you're storing your bags that the zipper pieces are all laying flat. So I try to lay them flat so that it doesn't dent the inside of the leather as well. So that is my video here. Again, I scored this pre-loved. I did pay maybe $100 or $200 more than retail simply because I had such a hard time finding this bag in the boutique. I constantly asked my SA for any walks, and unfortunately she kept saying she wasn't getting any. And the minute that she did, I remember I was going to purchase one in black. It literally went within hours of her reaching out to me. So for that reason, I went the pre-loved route. I just didn't want to be bothered. And I'm glad that I did, because I believe the current retail price now with the latest increase is right about on or around, or maybe even slightly higher than what I paid. I will try to link that down below for you guys. But let me know your thoughts. If you are considering one or both of these pieces and adding them into your collection, do you prefer the square or the wallet on chain? If you own one or more of these pieces already, I would love to hear your feedback and thoughts. Wear and tear, how do you care for these bags, and what do you love or hate most about these items? Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Bye!